going to enter a new era in which there will be prosperity for the people together with liberty for the people.
The question is, why are we supporting El Salvador?
No, the question was, why are we killing priests in El Salvador?
The answer is we're not. Now you be quiet. President Cristiani is trying to do a job for democracy, and the left-wing guerrillas must not take over El Salvador.
America will not impose our own style of government on the unwilling. Our goal instead is to help others find their own voice, attain their own freedom, and make their own way.
This film is about the struggle of people to free themselves from a modern form of slavery. Richard Nixon, President of the United States, once said of Latin America, "People don't give a shit about the place." He was wrong. The grand design of the United States as a modern empire was drawn on the hopes of an entire continent known contemptuously as the backyard. The extraordinary witnesses in this film describe a world not as American presidents like to see it, as useful or expendable. They describe the power of courage and humanity among people with next to nothing. They reclaim noble words like democracy, freedom, liberation, justice, and in doing so, they are defending the most basic human rights of all of us in a war being waged against all of us. This is Caracas, capital of Venezuela, one of the richest countries in Latin America, thanks to huge deposits of oil. The rich in Venezuela live in leafy suburbs with names like Country Club. Their spiritual homes are Miami and Washington. The majority live in what are known as barrios, on hillsides in breeze block houses that defy gravity. In the past, these people have been invisible, excluded from their own society. Today, they display the confidence of those who know an extraordinary change has come to their lives. This is Hugo Chavez, president of Venezuela, the voice of the barrios. Chavez and his supporters have won 10 elections in 8 years. He's the symbol of an awakening of people power, driven by great popular movements that are unique to Latin America.
Se acabó el caciquismo de aquellos caudillos adentros, esa falsa democracia de las élites en Venezuela se acabó.
It's no surprise that Chavez, with the help of an aggressive media coverage, has become a hate figure in the United States. Because what he represents is another way, and a threat to American domination.
All right, now, Hugo Chavez, the criminal government of Venezuela, offering...
The criminal?
The criminal. It's a criminal government.
In my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of people in our government, Hugo Chavez represents an extreme threat not only to our nation, but to our hemisphere.
He should have been killed a long time ago.
By whom?
And anyone who believes by anyone.
¿Hay café por ahí?
Absolutely.
Do you want a cup of coffee?
Yes, yes.
Era una de mis lecciones de inglés de secundaria. Do you want a cup of coffee? Do you want a glass of milk? Do you want a glass of water? English lesson 1. Yo nací en un hogar muy pobre, de campesinos, ¿no? Y me tocó vivir la pobreza. Yo fui un niño pobre, de pie descalzo. Mi padre, maestro de escuelas rurales, mi madre también. Una abuela hermosa, india, que me llenó de amor. Mi abuela me enseñó mucho y aprendí de ella la solidaridad con los demás. El compartir el pan, aun cuando poco con el otro. Entonces me fui al ejército, a la academia militar, me hice soldado y ahí me conseguí con Bolívar. Empecé a dar cuenta de la verdad.
Simon Bolivar is venerated in Latin America as the liberator from Spanish colonialism. Bolivar believed that freedom only came when people united against all invaders, no matter their disguise. Today, the people of Latin America are again rising up against an empire built on an extreme form of capitalism known as the Washington Consensus. Whole countries have been privatized, put up for sale, their natural wealth sold to foreign companies for peanuts. In Venezuela, they've said, no more. This is La Vega, a barrio of 1 million people. Mariela Machado has lived here most of her life. She knows what it's like to be excluded in her own country.
Mira, yo tengo un hecho muy concreto. En los mapas, todos estos cerros, las casas que tienen allí, desaparecían áreas verdes. Así aparecíamos, áreas verdes, antes del gobierno de Chávez. Ante el gobierno de Chávez no nos sentíamos incluidos en la sociedad.
This is called a mission. It's a kind of parallel government designed to bypass the old bureaucracy and deliver real benefits to ordinary people. This is raw democracy, a triumph of the grassroots. Today they're discussing the dream of owning their own homes for the first time.
Nosotros no queremos título por tener título. Uno de los objetivos de ser propiedad de la tierra, más que el título, es tener la propiedad para urbanizar, para tener los mismos derechos que por muchos años hemos sido negados. Eso es lo más importante. Si nosotros, de que el que reciba el título, no, yo estoy listo y me voy, y no venga a la asamblea parroquial, porque después del título hay otras cosas mejores, es la urbanización de nuestros barrios.
Soon after Chavez was elected in 1999, Venezuelans voted on a constitution, and this little blue book has become a bestseller ever since. This is one of a chain of supermarkets set up in the barrios, funded by the proceeds of oil. Here prices are kept low, and on the back of every rice and soap powder packet are printed people's rights under the Constitution. Does it really mean something to you to see it there?
No, claro, porque yo no sabía lo de que teníamos derechos como en cualquier otro, pero y en este que nos habla en el artículo número 23,